Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation. We will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back-to-back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs a point, and it's alive. Hansen pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
Sunny and 73 sets the stage for today's OHSAA baseball game between the defending EBC champion Alliance Aviators and the defending Division III OHSAA state champion West Branch Warriors. Good evening, everybody from Beloit, Ohio. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. We saw the reversal of this game yesterday. A good win for the Alliance Aviators. 6-2 your final in that game. The Aviators scoring 4 runs in the first inning, and then in the third inning, Ben Craig, the starting left fielder from yesterday and today, hit a 2-run bomb over the left field wall, and that was enough to put the Aviators over the West Branch Warriors. Looking at your starting lineups today, starting with West Branch. Batting first is Anthony Perry, the shortstop. He will be playing in place of Boston Mullenix in the field today. Boston not in the starting lineup this afternoon. Batting second, it is Maddox Coleman, the right fielder. Batting three, Charlie Biscup, the catcher. A good hitting afternoon for him yesterday. He went 3 for 3 with an RBI single. Batting fourth is Jeremiah Thomas, the center fielder. Batting fifth is Drake Strayfiller, the third baseman. Batting sixth is Grady Close, the second baseman. Skofinski, the first baseman, is batting seventh. Porball, the designated hitter, is batting eighth. And rounding out the 9 is Carson Wyke in left field. On the mound today for West Branch, it is Evan Springer. As for the visitors, the Alliance Aviators, it is Brady White, the center fielder, then D'Angelo Fisk, the pitcher, Bo Davis, the catcher, Lincoln Reese, the third baseman, Valentino Fisk, the first baseman in the 5-hole, Charlie Ike, the shortstop, in the 6th. Then Cam Jones, Ben Craig, and Cam Burton playing right field, left field, and second base round out the starting lineup for the Aviators. A big move today in the lineup. Cam Burton, he will be playing middle infield today, as I said, at second base. For his summer team, the Ohio Tigers, in the championship game for 16U OPL, he was the starting shortstop, so he will be playing his native position today, opposed to being in right where he usually is. That honor goes to Cam Jones. The reason for the change is D'Angelo Fisk, who will be pitching today. And after him, expect to see Brody Bagheera back on the mound. In talking to the coaching staff, we can confirm the reason why he was pulled yesterday is because he didn't throw too many pitches to the point where he would not be able to throw today. So expect it to go Fisk, then Bagheera, and potentially Cam Burton again, as he threw very few pitches. But still, he keeps his perfect 0.00 ERA intact through 7 innings of work. But Alliance, they want this win, and they need it. 8-4 on the year. They ended a 4-game losing skid yesterday, but it doesn't get any easier after today. Tomorrow, it's Tusky Valley at home. That game just recently added. Then they go to Mogador Field on Friday before a 2-game series at Minerva and at home against Minerva on the 29th and 30th. To start off May, it is a trip to Massillon next Friday, and then the next game after that to round out your now 6-game forecast is a home tilt against Marlington on May 6th. As for West Branch, things don't get really at all easier for them either. You look at their next couple of games. Lakeview here on Saturday, then it's a 2-game series against Carrollton on the 29th and 30th. Then to open up May, it's a trip to Canfield, the rivalry renewed, and then the final game in the forecast is on May 9th at home here against Austintown Fitch. All of those games should be really competitive for West Branch, who coming into today stands under 500, 5-6 on the year after winning states last year in a 3-2 tight victory over Hamilton Baden at Canal Park. Listen, this West Branch team, they have a lot of talents on their roster. They can win on any given day, but can they get it done against the Aviators? Even last year, Alliance was able to sweep them, and that was kind of a shock looking at the playoffs. Alliance being the 9-1 conference champions, their only loss came against the second-place team, Carrollton. and Carrollton, they are off to a hot start this year. They, along with Marlington, are the odds-on favorites to win the EBC, but it definitely can change. Given the Dukes and the Warriors split, it might come down to Alliance at Marlington on May 7th to decide who gets the EBC crown. With a loss today, West Branch pretty much out of the running for the conference crown once again. Alliance with a win, 4-2. All they need is Minerva to eke out a win against Marlington. You might say that is easier said than done, and for sure it is. But yesterday, Marlington only won 1-0. It was a close tilt between them and the Lions, so anything can happen. And if you are the Aviators, you need to keep rolling. You need to put that 4-game losing streak in the back of your mind and focus on the rest of this campaign. They have a lot of great teams coming up. Out of the forecast, you have CVCA, who has been on a tear this year. They might not win their conference, but they are a darn good side in a conference that consists of NDCL and Lake Catholic. Lake Catholic currently 10-0 on the year. We all thought they were going to trip up against Menor. 5-4 win. The Cougars keep rolling in the North Coast Conference, so we will see how CBCA responds to that when they take on each other in a few weeks' time. As for the EBC, once again, you have your front runners, but the Aviators, they're that third kind of underdog team right now, and it's really weird to use the term underdog to describe the conference champs from last year, but that is really how you describe the Aviators. It is an uphill battle regardless of the outcome tonight. They need some games to go their way. And outside of CVCA, on top of that, their final regular season game scheduled right now is Canton-McKinley at Thurman Munson. McKinley heading into the year, not too many expectations, but I'll tell you what, McKinley has impressed me so far. They have been a really good dark horse in a very tight Federal League. A Federal League that last night, the lowest ranked team in Massillon Perry upset Glen Oak. And as well last night, Hoover's starting pitcher threw a no-hitter against Jackson. The Federal League is the conference that one team beats another, they then beat someone else. It's a constant cycle of beatings. That is just how the conference has worked, and that is how it will always work. The only conference that is really not applicable for within the Federal League is the football conference, because usually it is one of McKinley or, in this case, this year, Jackson winning the conference. But otherwise, it's a bloodbath. Anybody can win the conference. We will step aside real quick here as the coaches meeting is about to conclude. We will have West Branch on defense to get us underway. Alliance will have Brady White, D'Angelo Fisk, and Bo Davis up to hit when we return. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports. Thank you for joining us for the pregame show. We will be back on in around 30 seconds. Evan Springer all ready to go on the mound for the West Branch Warriors. First pitch moments away in Beloit. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports. For those just tuning in, it is Brady White, D'Angelo Fisk, and Bo Davis due up to hit this frame for the Aviators, who are on the road today. Time is 5:04, and we are underway with a first pitch strike. 0-1 the count on Brady White. White entering play this afternoon, batting .324 on the year with 5 RBIs. Here's the 0-1. Chopped foul over towards West Branch's dugout. Now 0-2 on Brady. But White yesterday was unable to get a hit in the win over West Branch. He will look to change that up here in the leadoff spot. Springer, 2 good offerings to get us underway. He looks for a 3-pitch strikeout. He won't get it. Chopped left center field, and it will be caught by White for out number 1. A good bloop contact hit by White, but not enough carry with the wind, and it will be snagged by the left fielder and also the 9-hitter for West Branch. Now stepping in for the Aviators, it is their starting pitcher, D'Angelo Fisk. Usually when we look at a pitcher versus pitcher battle in the batter's box, they know the zone. For Fisk, he has the disadvantage of not having stepped foot on the mound before stepping in the batter's box. He really doesn't know what to expect from the zone. Good eye on the first offering as he will take inside 1-0 the count. So far this season, D'Lo batting .265 with 7 RBIs. D'Lo pops up the 1-0 right side. It will carry just over into the outfield, and Close will come over from second base and make the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. And now Bo Davis will step in the box for the Aviators. Their best hitter who is active today, he is batting .379 with 9 RBIs. Their best overall hitter, Michael Blackwell, batting .462 on the year. He is out with an Achilles injury. I was talking to him in the dugout. He says he aims to play in the Alliance and Marlington games on May 6th and May 7th, but he also did tell me if the conference is already sealed or there is no way they win, he might postpone it to the following week against CVCA. Here is the 1-0, and it will miss upstairs on Davis. Bo yesterday 0 for 1, but did reach base twice. He walked twice. So Davis definitely a keen eye against the Warriors so far this season. Here is the 2-0. Now 3-0. This is the third at-bat of the season series that Davis has started up 3 balls to no strikes. He will look to walk for the third time as well. Springer ready to go. Fires in a hopeful get right, and he will get it on the lower spot of the zone. 3-1. A good take from Davis. Not his spot, and on a 3-0 count with nobody on, you take. On the 3-1, he will be backed out. And for the second time this series, Bo Davis has a 5-pitch walk. And for the third time, he will walk. So with 2 outs, Davis is on base. And up steps the new 4-hitter, Lincoln Reese, the third baseman. Lincoln batting .219 on the year with 3 RBIs, 2 extra base hits, and 3 stolen bags. Last night, Reese was 1 for 3. Davis, a good lead over at first base. He will break. Pitches upstairs. The throwdown is in time on the stride. An excellent chuck by Biscup, and the side is retired. What a keen eye by Charlie Biscup. He saw Davis get that rich lead as you see on your screen, and the communication between him and Springer was on point. It's upstairs, and the throw being in stride was beautiful. He led his shortstop, Perry, right to the spot, and that is all she wrote. Davis, he had a throw out in the top of the first last time out. This time, it is Charlie Biscup. The Warriors hold on defensively. On paper, the Aviators go 1-2-3 based on a technicality. The Warrior offense looking to put some runs on when we return. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports. Bo Davis getting ready to send down the final warm-up pitch of D'Lo. It's a good throwdown from Bo Davis, and that will set the stage for the bottom of the first inning at West Branch High School. It is Anthony Perry, Max Coleman, and Charlie Biscup do up this frame for the home team. For those just tuning in, this is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon/evening. Perry stepping into the box for the first time today. 1 for 2 yesterday afternoon with a walk, and he ended up going down as the losing pitcher, allowing 6 runs. First pitch of the bottom of the first is a bloop single into left field. A good cut from Anthony Perry, and the Warriors are on the base path immediately. And now Maddox Coleman will step in, hoping to give the ball a better ride on the second pitch of the inning. But either way, a single is a single. AP, he has had a good start to this game. He had the tag of Davis over at second base to end the last inning, and now, one pitch later, he has a leadoff single for West Branch. Fisk's second pitch is popped up right side of the infield. It is Cam Burton trying out his second baseman's glove, and his chops are still as good as they were in the summer. He makes the catch for out number 1. 2 pitches, 2 swings, 2 balls put in play, and now Charlie Biscup steps in. Perfect yesterday, 3 for 3 with an RBI. So he will be a tough out for the Aviator defense. A good lead over at first base by Perry. Similar to Davis, he will break, and it is fouled away by Biscup. 0-1 the count, and that is the first ball not put into fair territory today for West Branch. But 3 pitches so far, and clearly the task at hand for the Aviator defense is stop West Branch's contact. It is going to be a contact pitching day, shown by the way that D'Lo has pitched so far. I mean, so far this year he has 1 strikeout, and he has pitched a total of 12 innings. But you might say, okay, that's not the best. How about a 1.17 ERA? Does that intrigue you? It should. Best ERA on the team based on active stat leaders. 1-1 the count now on Biscup as he will take upstairs. But D'Angelo Fisk hoping to help the Aviators settle things down after a rocky start to the bottom of the first. And just as it was yesterday, patience is going to be a big deal in this game. Whichever team can be more patient and selective in the box, they will most likely win. Perry goes again, and right on cue, Biscup fouls it away. 2 foul balls in this at-bat, and both were on stealing attempts from Anthony Perry. I think the shortstop will have some words for his catcher after this. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on Biscup. Fisk looking for out number 2, and he will get it swinging. A good catch by Davis behind the dish on the tip confirms the strikeout. And after a leadoff single, the Aviators have retired the 2 and 3 hitters. Now up steps Jeremiah Thomas, the center fielder. Saw him in warm-ups. A lot of balls hit over to the left side, but his best hit was a roper down the right field line that if he is able to do it here, it would be good for extra bases. And for those who know West Branch, you all know the speed and the power that JT has on the football field. One of the best dual threat quarterbacks in the state. I mean, I got to see him against Girard. I know 10-0 regular season for West Branch. You can say what you want about that stretch, but that kid was a cross between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. I really can't explain it. JT, he is elite. Runner goes, the throw down from Davis in plenty of time, and there's the tag from Iki. Davis and Biscup go band for band, and the side is retired in the same fashion as it was in the top of the inning. It looks like we will have a catcher's duel today. Maybe not a pitcher's duel, but what a chuck by Bo Davis. 2 games in a row that he has a throw out down to second base, and he continues to have his season age better and better. End of 1 in Beloit. 1 runner got on for each team. But on paper, we will see the 4, 5, and 6 hitters do up this frame for both teams. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports. As we return to Beloit for this OHSAA battle, we will take a score update from down south. Top of the third inning in Cincinnati, it is LaSalle up 2-0 against the Holy Name Green Wave. The Namers were able to take down a powerful Archbishop McNicholas side yesterday, 4-2 the final. Dom Marchetta, the ace of Holy Name, 119 pitches. And then Nemeth came in for the save. We will get to see the Namers again on Monday as they host NDCL at Tri-C, 5 p.m. first pitch here on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. 0-1 the count on Reese. Now 0-2. It goes Reese, then Valentino Fisk, and Charlie Eakey for Alliance this inning, assuming they go in order. After Eakey, it goes to Jones. 0-2 the count on Lincoln Reese. The pitch. Hit over into left center field. A good amount of power, but not enough to get it past Wyke. He tracks it down for out number 1. That is put out number 2 on the afternoon for the left fielder, and both of them came from the leadoff hitter of their respective inning. Now Valentino Fisk steps in the box for the Aviators. So far this year, Val has had a solid couple of games, 242, but the big thing that he is known for, RBIs. He has 11 on the year. First pitch from Springer will miss in the dirt. Biskup, a good block. 1-0 the count on Valentino. And as well yesterday, Val had a tremendous catch on a comebacker at the ankles. Somehow, in some way, he was able to snag it. And talking to people in the box, the way it was described to me was, it was pretty much flight or fight reaction. Or another term, to quote it, self-defense. Here's the 1-1. It is in there now, 1-2 on Valentino. Springer has hit his spots well so far this afternoon. He looks for strikeout number 1. He won't get it. Fisk pops it left field, right to Wyke. Maybe taking 2 or 3 steps to get there, but otherwise perfectly hit to the left fielder for out number 2. And we could have the Wyke inning out and left. He already has 2 putouts in this frame. He is responsible for 60% of West Branch's putouts this game. And now Eakey will step in for the Aviators. Yesterday, Eakey 0 for 2, but he did walk. 1-0 the count on the sophomore shortstop. Here's the pitch. Hit left field again. Carson Wyke underneath it. And the Wyke inning is complete. Not West Branch. No. Carson Wyke retires the side. We have been so close so often this year, but I believe for the first time in 2025, we have a fielder that is not the pitcher getting all 3 outs in the same frame. Wow. Carson Wyke, a ball magnet, and he does his job not once, not twice, but 3 times. Middle of 2 in Beloit. Still no score on SmeeSports. Back on for the bottom of the second inning, and on the top of your screen, we have a friend joining us. That is an insect of some kind, and it looks like he will kindly get out of the way of our camera. A couple bugs here, but otherwise a very nice press box at West Branch. Very grateful to have our own room and a great setup for this afternoon's ball game. Thank you again to Coach Wolf, who is not only the baseball coach, but also the athletic director, for having us out this afternoon on behalf of Alliance to broadcast this game. 0-1 the count on Thomas as he fouls away the first pitch of the inning from Fisk. It is Thomas, stray filler, and close to up this frame for West Branch. Here is the 0-1 from Fisk. Misses upstairs on the breaking ball. Count even. For those who missed the top half of the inning, 3 flyouts to Carson Weick in left field from the Aviators. All 3 putouts coming from Carson. He did his job, and I think in total maybe took 15 steps to get to all 3 balls combined. Here's the 2-1 from Fisk, and he will miss off the plate. Thomas in a good spot, up 3-1 in the count. Yesterday, Jeremiah unable to get any hits, but did have an RBI. And he will walk a 5-pitch walk to open up the inning. And JT, with all of his speed, is on the base path. Strayfielder now steps in for the Warriors. Another superlative player from yesterday, 2 for 3 on the afternoon. He is the lone freshman on this varsity roster and a starter no less on the defending state champion squad. Bunted back to Fisk. He will throw to Val at first for out number 1, but Thomas will advance to second base. A good use of a bunt by West Branch. Grady Close now steps in with Jeremiah Thomas being the first runner for either side in scoring position today. Small ball works, ladies and gentlemen, and especially when you have the speed of Jeremiah Thomas on the base path, by all means, you go ahead with it. Can Close give the ball a ride? He was hit by a pitch twice yesterday. That is how he reached. 1 of the count as Fisk misses upstairs, and in the meantime, Bo Davis will go and shed it up with his pitcher. Tomorrow, to round out the work week, we will be at Marlington High School, 5 p.m. first pitch between the Dukes and the Carrollton Warriors in a softball clash. Looking forward to seeing the Dukes once again. Our only game we covered of them so far, they had a 2-run homer with 2 down in the top of the 7th to take the lead and, in the end, the win over Louisville. 1-1 now, the count on Close. After Grady, it goes to Nick Skofinski, the first baseman. Fisk, he will check Thomas. A good lead over at second base, and he will look him back. You could tell the way that he was setting up on the mound that his full intention was to look back JT at second. And you really cannot blame him. You cannot give him that big of a margin. JT, he will go. Davis led in stride, and that is throw out number 2 on the afternoon from Bo Davis. 2 for 2. Bo indeed knows. It goes down as ball 2, but all 3 runners that have tried to steal today have been caught in the act. Looking back at that play, though, Reese's tag, it was close. It looked like it was kind of a phantom tag. We're not going to play the replay, but I think there's a chance that JT got under that tag. Either way, it is a throwout according to the stat sheet. On the 2-1, it is fouled out of play. Count even. But that is a real gut punch to the West Branch offense. The first runner in scoring position today, and he gets thrown out trying to get within 90 feet of scoring. 2-2 the count. Fisk to get out of the inning. Hit into right center field, a good amount of power. White chasing after it, and he will make the catch, and the inning is over. Brady White, excellent range in center field, and once again, the quote-unquote Alliance center fielder, not just by his team, but his nickname, if you will, retires the side. Brady White, he has been a model of consistency throughout his time in A-Town. He is their center fielder, not just in the game, but by every definition of Alliance center fielder. 2 innings complete, and we have a defensive battle on our hands. No score on SmeeSports. New inning at West Branch High School, and once again, it is the same three spots in the order due up for both sides, 7, 8, and 9. Cam Jones, the first pitch he sees is a ball on the drop from Biskup, 1-0. But so far today, the story is the catchers. 3 combined throwouts on 3 stealing attempts from their opponents. Biskup, he has 1. Davis, he has 2. And the impressive thing with Davis is his second one came at third. Both have 1 at second, but it was Jeremiah Thomas, no less, the speedster of West Branch, just unable to get in there. 2-1 now the count on Jones as he sees that one upstairs. Yesterday, a 2 RBI single was his main contribution to the Aviator hit parade in the first. Here is the 2-1. Fouled away to the right side, count even. Overall on the year, Cam Jones batting just over 350. He has, I believe, 3 RBIs as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Springer ready to go. Fires it in. Fouled away once again to the right side. He is trying to barrel it up, but it looks like the baseball is hitting too low on the swing. For those at home, imagine just the barrel of the bats, and then you have that aluminum/metal that's right below the official barrel. That is where he is swinging, and that is where the contact is being made. Or for those now on your screen, right where the helmet is. Hit over to the left side, and it will carry foul once again in the end. A very close play down the third base line. But either way, the count remains the same. A good battle by Cam Jones in the box. This is exactly what the Aviators needed this frame. They need to change something up. So far, through 6 batters, 0 hits. Here is the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Springer gets his first punch out of the afternoon. It's 1 up, 1 down. Now Ben Craig steps in for the Aviators. Flashing back to yesterday, a 2-run home run over the left field wall. That was his main contribution. But besides that, he was 3 for 3 on the afternoon and tacked on an extra RBI, I believe, in the first. Ball 1 to Craig as it misses low and inside. But I am sure the Warriors have done their homework on that play, watched it back a number of times. They know how to pitch to Craig now, and they're going to try it. That pitch he almost wears, but it will just miss his shoulder. 2-0 the count. Good patience by Craig in the box, who is definitely eager to attack. Now 3-0 as that offering misses down low. It is Cam Burton, the second baseman, awaiting in the on-deck circle for the Aviators. This will be a big base runner for Alliance to get. Here is the 3-0 offering. And it is in there now, 3-1. A good get right from Evan Springer. Entering play today, the sophomore Springer, one of 2 sophomores on the varsity team, enters play today, 1-2 on the year on the mound. And it will be a 5-pitch walk for Craig as he will take ball 4 low and inside. Now Cam Burton steps in, once again playing out of his usual varsity spot for the Aviators. He is at second base today. Burton looking to move Craig along the base path with 1 down in the top of the third. Springer sets and fires, bunt shown. Bunt down the right side, a good bunt, nobody covering at first, and there is no play. It's a bunt single for Cam Burton, and the Aviators have 2 on with 1 down. Beautiful bunt by Cam Burton. Beautiful bunt. I mean, perfectly placed on the right side. First base, he did the right thing charging. Close just has to come over and cover from second base. But watch the full play. He tries and gets there, but it's not in time. 2 runners on. Brady White steps in. And this is an opportunity for the Aviators to strike first. Springer sets and fires. Good break into the zone by the sophomore. 0-1 the count on White. That dip came at the right moment. Perfectly placed. Springer finding his groove once again after a slight hiccup in the plan. Another off speed picked up at third. The throw to 2 is in time. And they say the tag was not in time over at third base. So it will be a fielder's choice from White. He will reach, put runners at the corners with 2 down. And now up steps D'Angelo Fisk. Fisk, a pop-up to his name so far. I wouldn't be surprised to see Brady White take off here, and if he does, by all means, Craig will get a big secondary, but I expect to see a cutoff, probably from short. Closer Perry could be one of those. It also depends on how Perry's arm is feeling. If Perry's arm is feeling a little bit weak after pitching yesterday, Close will do the cutoff. White, he won't go yet. It's a good block from Biscup. 1-0 the counts. The Aviators have to be very careful with how they play this. They want to come up with something. The worst thing that could happen is a simple throw out at second base. Craig not in time at home. Side retired, 0-0. 1 ball the count on Fisk. And Springer will step off, look at third, and then quickly turn back to first. I like these moves from Springer. Obviously, his main focus is the batter, but he also has to be conscious of the runners at the corners, especially given the scenario. White, he will finally break. White, he will simply frame the pitch. 1-1 the count, and Biscup able to help out his pitcher. But White now, he is in scoring position for Alliance. 2 Ducks in prime positions on the pond for the starting pitcher of Alliance. Count 1-1, the pitch. Biscup once again has to go down low and block. If the bases happen to become loaded, Bo Davis steps in. And if you are West Branch, that is the last person you want to see step in that batter's box. Before the 2-1, Springer will step off. He has been good with patience so far. I will give him that. He is taking time when he has it, and now time is called by the West Branch coaching staff, and there will be a mound visit. Looking forward to this weekend after tomorrow's game at Marlington. Join us on Saturday for a doubleheader at Tri-C. 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. first pitches. The Triceratops look to get more and more wins. It would be 35 and 36 in a row if they are able to sweep Bryan and Stratton. And then to close out the regular season, they will take on Bryan and Stratton at their place on Sunday. And as well, I have received word from Coach Stolberg. Regionals will take place on May 8th and May 9th. As of right now, we do have every intention to be there for every single game of regionals. So it could be 2 long days at the office right after the school year ends. But to the credit of Tri-C, a good box. It has some AC. There's a lot worse places you could spend 2 afternoons than that. 2 on the count, the pitch. It is skied in the infield. Can they make the catch amid the sun? Close underneath it. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. The mound visit helps the West Branch Warriors get out of the pickle. Middle of 3 in Beloit. Still no scoring. West Branch trying to change that when we return. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports. Seven, 8, and 9 due up for West Branch in the bottom of the third. A defensive duel on hand. No scoring still, but it is Skofinski, Porball, and Wyke looking to change that on behalf of West Branch. First pitch of the inning is hit right back to D'Lo. An excellent snag by Fisk, and he finds Val at first base for out number 1. 1 pitch and 1 batter sent back to the dugouts. A very good beginning to the inning defensively by Alliance. Poorbaugh steps in as Fetty plays over the speakers here in Beloit. Poorbaugh, he did come in as a pinch hitter late in yesterday's ball game. High, Skyer, left side. Reese gets underneath it and will make the catch for out number 2. 2 pitches, 2 outs. A quick inning so far, and it will be Carson Wyke, the left fielder, stepping into it for the Warriors. Wyke was DH'd for yesterday. Perry, the pitcher, he did hit, but today they are not going to let Springer hit. So Wyke, he will step in the 9-hole. So far today, so good. 4 putouts in left. First pitch up high from Fisk, 1-0 the count. And if he can cruise through this inning, 2 pitches or less left to go, he can definitely have a lot of longevity in this game. Both pitchers can. I don't have exact pitch counts as of right now, but I don't think either one has hit 50. Now 1-2 the count as that offering is cut at and missed. I believe if we double check Game Changer, we should be able to somewhat figure out the pitch count. Here's the 1-2, now 2-2. So that was pitch 24 from D'Angelo Fisk, or excuse me, 25. Definitely a lot less than 50. Here's the 2-2. Hit right back to D'Angelo Fisk, and he has it! That retires the side, and D'Angelo one-ups Val! Unbelievable from D'Angelo Fisk! Oh my! What a catch! Now that was self-defense. That one is textbook self-defense, but it doesn't matter. D'Angelo Fisk, 26 pitches through 3 innings. He is on something else today. Only 1 hit allowed. We go to the 4th inning. Only 40 minutes in. We are cruising in this one. Still no score on SmeeSports. A fun game so far at West Branch High School. Still no scoring, but so many impressive plays this afternoon. 3 throwouts from behind the dish. A couple great plays by the pitchers. 2 hits total. This is pure old school baseball, and we are here for it today. For those just joining, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening, live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. 0-1 the count on Davis as he takes the first strike. Davis, he walked his first time up. So far in the series, he has walked 3 times. Chopped left side, it might sneak through. A good pick by Perry at short, and the throw will not be in time. It's a leadoff infield single for Bo Davis. Alliance now with 2 hits this afternoon, both of which have stayed in the infield. The only hit exiting the infield was a leadoff single for Anthony Perry that blooped in left. Now Lincoln Reese steps in, 1 of 3 Wyke victims back in the the top of the 2nd. First pitch to Reese will miss upstairs. 1-0 the count on the 3rd baseman. And defensively today, he is responsible for 2 putouts. Davis, he was thrown out stealing his last time on the base path. Biskup knows it behind the dish, but Davis even more so knows it on the base path. It'll be interesting to see what it will take for him to take a base if he tries. 1 ball, no strikes, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Reese unable to connect on the outside offering. Count now sits 1 ball, 1 strike. A good pitch there from Springer, hitting his spots very well so far in this game. I've said that a couple of times, but it's true. Both pitchers have been dotting up the zone. Count even. The pitch from Springer. Hit into left center field. It might bloop down. White going for it, and it will split left and center field. A bloop single for Lincoln Reese. 2 hits in a row. And with nobody out in the top of the 4th, the Aviators have their first 2 batters aboard. And now Valentino Fisk will step in. A second victim of Wyke back in the 2nd inning. During batting practice for West Branch, the ball was carrying a lot better. Now, it is simply dying. That can definitely help the Aviators. And defensively, will we see the Warriors start to move in a little bit? I think with Fisk batting, you keep the outfield normal depth. But Iki, Jones, Craig, maybe corners are deep, center field in shallow. I feel like you have to play the undercut. It's happened so many times today for both sides. You have to anticipate it. Springer, before offering, will check back the runner at second base. Based on this setup, off to our right, we will have the first baseman. That is Skafinski. He is in the grass, ready to charge a bunt. Third base in line with the bag. Second, halfway to first, and short in a normal spot. Popped up. Biskup unable to catch up with it. 0-1 the count. I'm almost surprised to see Valentino Fisk bunting, given his power. I get it's situational baseball. I completely do. But you have to understand his power. If he finds the gap, 2 runs score, not 1. That is the speed on the base path, and that is the sheer power of Fisk. And you look at the outfield, left field, it's hugging the line. Instead, Fisk, he will be tagged out trying to go down the first base line, and he is retired for out number 1. But his job is done. 2 runners now in scoring position. Now Iki steps in. Charlie Iki, 281 entering play today, 6 RBIs. Number 7 and number 8 are right there for the taking if he is able to get a good hit down. I think bunting is off the table here. If it's close to coming home, and I don't think Iki is going to force the ball down the line. It's infield in. The play is at the plate if the ball stays in the infield. And same if it goes to the outfield. The play is still at the plate if it is caught on a fly. 0-1 the count on Iki as he takes a first pitch strike. But still, if you are West Branch, you need out number 2 at the plate. Get it in a strikeout, you're in a good spot. Now 1-1 as Springer misses well upstairs. For West Branch, in the home half of the frame, it is Perry, Coleman, and Biskup due up to hit. Count even, 1 down. Springer coming set. Now the pitch. Hit into right center field. It's a little bit shallow. The runner is ready to go. The catch is made in right. The throw home, it has a chance. Cut off by the first baseman, and it won't be in time. Davis takes home, and the Aviators strike first on a sac fly from Iki. Exactly what they needed. A good play in right by Coleman, but the cutoff from Skafinski, it was necessary, but that is what killed the attempt at home. If he had enough on the throw to get home immediately, then he would have been out trying to take home. But instead, it's cut off. The Aviators still a runner in scoring position. Only a runner at second now with 2 down. And Cam Jones will step in. First pitch strike to Jones on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Jones yesterday, 2 RBIs in the win. The 0-1 scooped up by Biskup. A good block once again by Charlie. I mean, he has had now 5 blocks at least behind the dish. He has been really consistent for West Branch, and he has kept runners honest just strictly off of his blocking ability. Here's the 1-1. Now 2-1 as that misses up and out. I mentioned it earlier, and I will say it again. Patience will win or lose this ball game for either Alliance or West Branch. And Alliance, their patience right now, proving that they can definitely win this game. They have been patient. They have been selective. And on the pitches that they want to give a ride, They do, and they make something happen off of it. 3-1 on Jones. It is Ben Craig awaiting in the on-deck circle. Jones looking to give the Aviators an insurance run. Popped right side. This could end the inning. And it will be caught in foul territory. And the side is retired. Alliance strikes first. A sac fly from Charlie Eakey puts the Aviators up 1-0 on West Branch. Top of the order due up for West Branch in the bottom of the fourth inning. A tight defensive affair so far in Beloit. 1-0 Alliance on top. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon live on SmeeSports if you are just joining us. Once again tomorrow, our last game out in the Alliance area this week. It is Marlington and Carrollton softball, 5 p.m. at Marlington. It should be a good one. Tune in at 4:50 p.m. for pregame. First pitch to Perry, a good off-speed from Fisk. 0-1 the count on the breaking ball. Perry 1 for 1 on the day. He has the lone hit for West Branch. Now 1-1 as Fisk will miss low. D'Angelo still under 30 pitches so far today. He definitely has the pitches in reserve to go the distance. Perry awkwardly pops it up off the bat. It carries over to Burton in the edge of the outfield. And it's just like he's playing right field. Burton makes the play for out number one. And now Maddox Coleman steps in for the Warriors. Speaking of pop-outs to Cam Burton at second base, that is exactly what he did with nobody out in the bottom of the first. First pitch from Fisk will break in and miss. 1-0 the count. A good spot, though, from D'Lo. Just needs to bring it in a little bit. Right back to work on the 1-0. He finds the zone. 1-1 now. It has been a good outing for D'Angelo Fisk. One hit allowed, no runs. He has been pretty consistent. Popped into shallow left center. Eakey gets underneath it and makes the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down, and the middle infield has both putouts. The only damage done so far by West Branch, a base hit from Perry and a walk from Jeremiah Thomas. Now Biskup steps in, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout swinging. He is the lone strikeout victim of D'Angelo Fisk. Combined between Springer and Fisk, 2 strikeouts, 1 for each. Foul ball from Biskup to begin the at-bats. 0-1 the count. You can't see it on your screen, but right in front of us, it looks like it's swamp season. A lot of bugs just flying outside of our screen. Here is the 0-1. Just a bit upstairs, almost hitting Biskup in the head. So now 1-1 the count on the catcher. Jeremiah Thomas, he awaits in the on-deck circle if Biskup can get on. Hit down the left field line. It is down and through for a base hit. Biskup, he will take the turn, and he will stay at first. It's a 2-out single for Biskup, his 4th hit of the series, and a beautiful ball hit down that left field line. It hugs it to perfection. He could not have placed that any better. And you see it just loop. Reese, it hits off of his glove. He did everything he could have, and then some. Full extension, the whole 9 yards, you name it, he did it. First pitch to Jeremiah Thomas is in the zone. 0-1 the count on JT. A good first offering from D'Angelo. I wouldn't be surprised to see Biskup get a good lead, but I don't think he'll go. Hit into left center field by Jeremiah Thomas. It splits the left-hand center fielders. White unable to get it. Biskup in at third. And Jeremiah Thomas in at second. West Branch starting to click offensively.
Now batting number 7, Drake Striefler.
I am going to score that a single and advancement on an error in the outfield. It was a bobble by White. They won't give an error, so maybe it is a double, but either way, 2 in scoring position. It's the tying run and the go-ahead run for Strayfiller. And Drake 0 for 1 on the day with a hard ground out to D'Lo. Yesterday, he was 2 for 3. The pitch from Fisk. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. The Warriors a lot more aggressive now than they were earlier on in the game, and you really cannot blame them. They've seen it. They know they can hit off of Fisk now. They just need to put a couple down in play in a row, and they can score. That pitch misses. A good offering from D'Lo just outside. 1-1 the count. For Alliance next inning, it is Craig, Burton, and White due up. So that is 8, 9, and 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch from D'Angelo. Misses down low, 2-1. The bases definitely could load, and then all responsibility falls on Grady Close, the second baseman. But a big at-bat in the bottom of the 4th for West Branch. The 2-1 misses upstairs. A good miss from Fisk. It is 3-1, and Grady Close can definitely feel himself being drawn towards the batter's box. Fisk, he needs a strike here or an out of any kind. Doesn't get it. It's a 5-pitch walk, and that will load up the bases for Grady Close. I would assume we'll see a mound visit of some sort here for D'Angelo Fisk, but it appears we won't. Davis staying behind the dish as well. I think if it's a first pitch ball, then you have to send out the pitching coach. You have to settle down the situation. But Fisk, he can definitely get out of this. First pitch strike, Close, swinging a little bit too far up and in. 0-1. A good get right from D'Angelo Fisk. After Close, it goes to Nick Skofinski, the first baseman. Fouled into the backstop. It looked good on the initial second of the swing, but an extra second later, and it's in the backstop. 0-2 on Close, and he needs to be careful here. Same with D'Angelo Fisk. A strikeout here would be huge for the Aviators. D'Angelo sets, fires the 0-2. Strike 3 called! Fisk gets him upstairs, and the side is retired. What a pitch by D'Angelo Fisk. Alliance needed someone to settle things down. It's the man who got him in this predicament. He gets them out. D'Lo, top of the zone. It's money. And Alliance hangs on to their shutouts. 4 innings complete in Beloit. Alliance 1, West Branch 0, your score. Alliance back at the sticks looking for some insurance after opening up the scoring in the top of the 4th inning. 8, 9, and 1 due up this frame. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports. I am Nathan Smee for those of you just joining us this afternoon. Swing and a miss on the first offering. 0-1 the counts on Ben Craig. Craig 0 for 0 today. He walked in his only plate appearance thus far. Springer wasting no time. Fires the 0-1. Almost hits Craig. Count even. But the Aviators were able to score on a sacrifice fly courtesy of Charlie Eakey. Both teams now each with 3 hits. Craig pops it right center field, a little bit shallow, and it will just get to the edge of the grass where Close makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting number 3, Cam Burton.
And now Cam Burton, the second baseman, will step in for the Aviators. A bunt single in his only at-bat thus far. So we will see what he is able to do here. Springer, he will set. Now the pitch. Hit into left field, a good amount of carry, but it's right to Wyke. 2 up, 2 down. 2 quick putouts by West Branch on defense, and now Brady White steps in. It looks like we are going to have a tight finish in this one, especially if the Aviators cannot find an insurance run. They need a second run. I don't think 1-0 wins you this ball game. The way that West Branch hit last inning, unless you bring in Bugera, it's not going to result in a 1-0 game. They're going to find a way to score, whether it be in the bottom of the 5th, bottom of the 6th, or bottom of the 7th. They're going to find a way to score. You have to combat it with some offense. Here's the 1-0. Hit into center field on a line, but it will drop in right before Thomas. It's a 2-out base knock for Brady White. It looked like it was going to carry over to JT, but in the end, I believe he makes the right call. You can't dive and miss and have it roll back. You cannot have that happen in a game like this. Let it fall. Still 2 down. You have a force at first or second. I would say take your chances defensively. Fisk now stepping in. 0 for 2 on the day. 2 pop-ups, both very uniform to the other, and both were taken in by Close. But Springer, in the meantime, keeping White honest over at first. The pitch. Missing well upstairs. 1-0 the count. For West Branch next inning, it is Skofinski, poor ball, and Wyke due up. Not a bad spot for them to be in. Skofinski, a good leadoff hitter. White breaks, pitches in the zone. The throwdown, it's a dime, but it's not a dime on the 1-hop. White in at second base. It's a stolen bag for Brady, and run number 2 for the Aviators is in scoring position. Good job by Brady White, hustling it through. Biskup, a good throw, but the 1-hop, it wasn't going to get there in time, especially with the speed of Brady White. Even count, runner in scoring position. D'Angelo Fisk looking for RBI number 8 on the year. Instead, it's popped up. Once again, it goes too close at second. It is the 3rd pop-up today from Fisk. All 3 have been caught by Close at second base. This one retires the side. White gets to scoring position, but nothing else. Middle of 5 in Beloit. 1-0 Alliance, your score on SmeeSports. Bottom three up for West Branch in the bottom of the 5th inning. Currently your time is 6:01, so we are 57 minutes in, and we are in the bottom of the 5th inning. This might be the quickest game of the year, but as I pointed out to J-Rod, who's helping me today with the switching, the last time we said that, it was the snow game at St. V's, and that game I think was called after, what was it, 3 hours? 3:30, I think 3.5 hours that game went, or something along those lines. It was 3. They called it at 8 o'clock. It started at 5. They started it early because of the storms coming in. The 0-1 is hit over to second base. A good snag by Cam Burton. And the throw to Valentino Fisk is in time. 1 up, 1 down. A good snag by Burton. I've been pushing for him to play middle infield this whole year, especially since Blackwell got hurt. If you can have him at second base, Iki at first, you then can put D'Lo at short or at second base and flip Burton over, and then all of a sudden Val can be the DH, and that is where he thrives the best. That would work. And then based on pitchers, you mix and match. 2-0 the count on poor ball as he takes 2 balls upstairs. After the designated hitter for West Branch, it goes to Carson Wyke, the left fielder. The 2-0 is in there. 2-1, a good offering from D'Angelo Fisk. And Fisk, I'll give him his flowers once again. He has been tremendous all afternoon on the mound. Hit away to the right side, and it carries foul. 2-2. We will check game changer real quick here. That is pitch number 50 from D'Angelo Fisk. So this will become number 51, and it is fouled into the back netting. As well, we do have a score update from Cincinnati. Bottom of the 5th inning, 2 outs, 2-2 your score. Holy Name tied with LaSalle. And a score update from Alliance High School in the softball game between them and Howland. Top of the 5th, the Tigers, I believe it is, of Howland up 3-0 on the Aviators. We'll have more score updates as those games progress. Full count on poor ball. Fisk coming set. Here is the payoff pitch. And it is low. It's a 1-out walk for Walker Poorball. And now Carson Wyke will step in. Last time Wyke was up, D'Angelo Fisk got the better of him. Not a strikeout. No. The best play of the game. An insane comebacker. A shot up the guts. D'Angelo Fisk, more than anything, swatted at the ball, and it magically popped into his glove. And that is how that inning ended. That was the bottom of the 3rd. Bunt shown, pulled back. Davis fakes the throwback to 1, and it is ball 1. And I think in that sequence, I hit my quota for the amount of times I should say 1 in a single sentence. Not that we have quotas for verbiage here at SmeeSports, but it would be interesting if we did. I believe there's a weatherman on TikTok who he takes the comments and the suggestions of his followers and works them into his news reports. So we could potentially try that out this summer. Bunt down the right line, and it is picked up, but it goes foul before Fisk can get there. Count 1-1, and White comes up lucky. But that's the bunt that West Branch needs. Bunt it hard down one of the lines. I know it's very difficult to get it down that third baseline. Even if it's weak, I say test the Aviators. If it doesn't work, it's 1-2. Okay, you swing away. Down the first base side, that's where they expect it. And West Branch, that is a team that wins by being an unexpected side. I mean, last year in the playoffs, based on the way they were in the regular season, people gave them a chance, but I don't think many people expected them to go as far as they did. They go down the first base side again. Good cover from Burton, and the play is made at 1 for out number 2. Picture perfect. Absolutely perfect from the Aviators. That's what you need to do. If first base is crashing on a bunt, second base needs to be there. Cam Burton does it, and his great defensive day continues. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, we need to see Cam Burton full-time in the middle infield. Cam Jones, his bat is great in the outfield. Maybe Val becomes a DH or splits with Iki, or Iki splits with D'Lo, or something along those lines. That is what you do, in my opinion. And as well, keep in mind, you could have a guy like Val pitch. He is his own DH then. And in the meantime, it's an intentional walk for Anthony Perry, which, given the scenario, I like it. Force at 3 bases, and you allow the power hitter to take a free base without swinging the bat and moving along. I believe that is poor ball. I don't mind the move at all by Coach Graffis. I think that is a great decision, but it definitely could come back and bite the Aviators. The 1-0 popped right side. It is playable. Fisk, he gets underneath it, and the side is retired. A good catch by Valentino Fisk in foul territory. 2 runners on, 2 down. No damage done. 5 innings complete in an hour and 3 minutes. We are cruising in Beloit. 1-0 the Aviators on top of West Branch. Back on at West Branch High School, 1-0 Alliance, your score on SmeeSports. Before we get back into the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor our broadcast, whether it be in Cleveland or Stark County, contact me at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. We are looking to bring on sponsors for the following things this summer. We have WRCL, Diamond League, and OPL Baseball. We have those tournaments. We also have some 965 Midwest Tournament Challenge games. We'll have a lot of the tournament finals, especially the Kent State invites. And on top of that, SmeeSports, in partnership with the OPL, WRCL, and Diamond League, has been given broadcasting rights for the 2025 NABF World Series. I believe from 15U all the way to college, we will have at least a few games of each. The championships of most of those. Looking forward to that in late July. It will be Davis, Reese, and Fisk in for the Aviators in the top of the 6th. First pitch strike to Davis, 0-1 the count. But before we even think about this summer, we still have about a month of baseball left to go. Now 0-2 the count. And our baseball coverage, it's simple. Once Holy Name and Alliance most likely are out of the playoffs, we're done. No balls, 2 strikes. Springer's ready. He fires. Pops up by Davis over into right field in foul territory, and it will slip out of the glove of the diving fielder. That is the second baseman, close, good range, but unable to bring in the foul ball. You have to respect the hustle, though. That is not an easy play for him to make, let alone from second base. It's never a gimme play like that. It never is. But the fact that he hustled all the way over there to try and attempt it, complete respect for him. And as well, an update on Evan Springer. He has thrown 65 pitches so far in this game, so he definitely could go the distance still. Here's the 0-2. Hit hard, right side, picked up by Skofinski, and he will step on the bag at first. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting number 0.
A good bring in, if you will, by Skofinski. It's not really a snag. He kind of brought it into his chest. That is exactly what he needed to do to bring the ball to himself, keep it close, step on the bag, and the rest is history. Now Lincoln Reese steps in, 1 for 2 on the day with a fly out to left field and a single to his name. First pitch is a strike, 0-1 on Lincoln. I believe they say he got the bottom corner of the zone. Count 0-1. Springer looking to continue cruising. And it almost hits Reese. Somehow misses him. Count 1-1. In total today, 7 hits. 4 for the Aviators and 3 for West Branch. Springer, he is set, ready to go. Now the 1-1. Eye level again. This time Reese able to get out of the way for sure. Count 2-1. After Lincoln, it goes to Valentino Fisk, the 5-hitter. The 2-1 is popped up over to second base. Close once again, another pop-up, and he makes the play once again. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting number 6, Valentino Fisk.
That is the 5th put out today from close on a pop-up. Extreme consistency from him. Wyke in left field, he is the next closest. He also has 5, but they were all fly balls opposed to pop-ups. First pitch to Valentino Fisk misses low. 1-0 the count. For West Branch next inning, Biskup, Thomas, and Strayfiller due up. If anybody in this order would get it done, I feel like that's the crew you want up to do it. Springer ready to go. Offers the 1-0. Now 1-1. A heavy cut from Valentino. No contact. But this game definitely moving quick. But at the same time, we could see some extra innings. If West Branch scores, I wouldn't be surprised if it's 1-1 going into the 7th that we don't see a run scored and that we do go into extras. Fisk chops it weakly right back to Springer as he is able to go over to his right, and the play is made at first base, retiring the side. It's a simple pitcher fielding play, and the Aviators will go in order. Middle of 6 in Beloit, Ohio. 1-0 Alliance, your score. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports. Biskup, Thomas, and Strayfiller do up his frame for West Branch. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports. And checking the live broadcast stats, we are getting in a lot of new people. For those just joining us, first off, welcome to Beloit. A beautiful field here, fit for a state champ. The state champs of last year, that is. A beautiful afternoon for some baseball between Alliance and West Branch. 1-0 your score. Charlie Icky, a sac fly all the way back in the 4th inning. Put the Aviators on the board. Nothing else since then. And as well, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. 1-1 the count on Biskup as he takes strike 1. Charlie, 1 for 2 on the day. A strikeout in his first at-bat and a single in his second. Overall in the series, 4 base hits to his name. And with that being said, he's 4 for 5 with an RBI as well. So, Biskup, probably your player of the series, and that could be potentially in 2 losing efforts. The 2-1, high and inside heat. Fisk gets the chase. D'Angelo Fisk has had a lot of success on whiffs up and in the zone. And as a former catcher, that is a pitch that I would call often in a scenario like that, trying to get a strike on a swing. The 2-2 is fouled weakly into the backstop. It's a survival cut, but he survives. Task complete, and he will stay in the box for at least 1 more pitch. And with Jeremiah Thomas up next, if Biskup is able to get on, you could bet your bottom dollar we will see probably at least 1 bunt attempted. Count 2-2, the pitch, off the plate, and we are full. A good miss from D'Angelo Fisk, but the umpire behind the dish says no. It's a close one, but I see where he called it a ball. Full count, a big payoff from from D'Angelo, and it is fouled into the netting. Once again for the Aviators, Fisk on the mound, Davis behind the dish, Valentino at first, Burton at second, Icky at short, Reese at third, Craig, White, and Jones, your outfield from left to right, sets the Aviator defense. Here's the payoff. Hit right off the gut, and it is through. A leadoff single for Charlie Biskup. 5 for 6 in the series. Charlie Biskup is insane. And on top of that, a throwout from behind the dish, a lot of blocks. What more could you ask for from your starting catcher? He has been tremendous. Exactly what they need, and the senior showing why he is one of the leaders of this West Branch squad as they look to defend their title. There's the bunt. It's down the right side. Thomas, he will get met by Valentino Fisk for out number 1, but that moves Biskup into scoring position. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't purposely lead you astray. There's a reason why I said you can bet your bottom dollar that you would see at least one bunt attempted, and I was right. Exactly what Thomas was expected to do there. So now with a runner at second base, it is Strayfiller stepping in, assuming we stay with this order, and we do. We did have a coach come out, so it will be for a pinch runner opposed to a pinch hitter. It's courtesy for the catcher, as we will see number 23, Chase Gee, the junior, now run in place of Biskup. So we will see how Gee does on the base path. The Warriors need to run this frame. That would definitely help their cause with 1 down. Regardless, Valentino Fisk, he has been tremendous on the mound. 0-1 the count to begin this at-bat on Strayfiller. If you are the Aviators, out number 2 at the plate would be crucial with Grady Close awaiting in the on-deck circle. Count even, as that is a good take from Strayfiller. One of the biggest opportunities in the young freshman's career so far as a Warrior. Count even. Fisk, he will set, checks the runner, and fires. Well upstairs, 2-1 the count as the break doesn't happen in time. We might have some very interesting conversations if we see Strayfiller get on. The 2-1, fouled away, now 2-2. That's a big pitch from from D'Angelo Fisk. D'Lo, he needs to settle in. Foul contact, it's good. But if West Branch can find their stride, it is going to backfire. He needs to be careful with his spots. Strayfiller, he needs to swing if it's close. The 2-2, swing and a miss. He chases upstairs. D'Lo settles in for out number 2. Strikeout number 3 on the afternoon for D'Angelo Fisk. And now Grady Close steps in. That might be the biggest punch out of them all from D'Angelo Fisk. Nerves of steel. First pitch, it's in there. 0-1 the count on the second baseman. For Alliance next inning, it is Iki, Jones, and Craig, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters tasked with giving Alliance an insurance run. The 0-1 cut at and missed. It's low in the dirt. 0-2. If Close can get on, it goes to Nick Skofinski. It looks like Skofinski will be in the on-deck circle, and he will hit as scheduled. No balls, 2 strikes. Fisk fires, swing and a miss. D'Lo settles in, strikes out the last 2 batters of the 6th, and the shutout is still intact. 4 strikeouts today from D'Angelo Fisk, 2 coming this inning, and the side is retired. Once again, West Branch, their offensive exploits halted at second base. D'Angelo Fisk settles in. And the man with the lowest ERA on the Aviator squad continues to produce. 6 innings complete. 1 left to go in our scheduled 7. Alliance 1, West Branch 0. It's time for the nitty-gritty when we return. It's Charlie Eakey, Cam Jones, and Ben Craig do up this frame for Alliance. This is the time that we have been waiting for. 1-0 ball game. Top of the 7th. Alliance in search of an insurance run before their defense comes out one final time. Both starting pitchers still in the ball game. 0-1 the count on Eakey to begin. Springer, a good afternoon thus far. 4 hits allowed, but 1 run, and it was because of Eakey's sac fly over to right field. Eakey chops it foul left side, now 0-2. In the meantime, we will check in on the pitch count. It will stand at 76 for Springer as of right now. As well, score update from Alliance High School. 5-0 Howland over the Aviators in softball as of right now. The 0-2 misses off the plate. And as well from Cincinnati, LaSalle up 5-2 on Holy Name. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Eakey. Springer on pitch 78 looking for a big strikeout number 1. And he won't get it. Count even. Only 1 strikeout today from Springer. He wants at least 1 this inning, especially if somebody gets on. Here is the 2-2. Popped left side, and it will be caught on a hop by Perry at short for out number 1. A good catch just into the outfield by AP.
Jones.
And now Cam Jones steps in, 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a pop-out to his name. For West Branch next inning, it is 7, 8, and 9. Skofinski, Porball, and White do up. They have batted twice, and both times they have been up so far. That was the 3 due up for the inning. 0-1 the count on Jones as it is a first pitch strike from Springer. Springer looking to get rid of the Aviator offense in order. A good drop on the breaking ball, but not enough for the strike. 1-1 the count. Springer wasting no time. He is ready to go again. Jones pops it, and it will carry on out foul. Now 1-2. The sun starting to kind of disappear here in Beloit. 6:24 your time right now. Nonetheless, a beautiful afternoon for baseball in Ohio. Here is the 1-2. Just a bit too high as Jones has to duck out of the way. So count evened up 2-2 on Cam Jones with Ben Craig in the on-deck circle. Springer for out number 2. It's popped, skied in the infield. Springer, he calls it off and makes the play for out number 2. It's 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting number 45, Ben Craig.
Spanning back to a few innings ago, that is now the 6th Aviator retired in a row. The last one to reach was Brady White on a base hit. And now we will see Ben Craig step in the box for Alliance. 2 up, 2 down so far. But we saw his power on display yesterday. He can change that quick. Springer, though, a good start. 0-1 the count on Craig. West Branch, they definitely could use a momentum boost from a 1-2-3 defensive inning. Now 0-2. It looked like Craig kind of leaned into the pitch. So if that's the case, that's why they call the strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Springer fouled away by Craig. Even if he did miss it, it was off to the left. He would have had to make the throw, and that would have been an awkward spot for Biskup, regardless of how good his arm is, to make the play. Count still sits at 0-2 on Craig. West Branch looking for a big third out. And they don't get it, just off the plate. A good miss from Evan Springer. He will sit still with 1 strikeout to his name. Here is the 1-2. Low again. Count even. Good patience by Craig in the box. He is waiting for his pitch. He is ready to take it. It just depends. Will he be given something he wants? With a 2-2 count, he might. And here's the pitch. Fouled away left side. A very good battle by Ben Craig in the box for the Aviators. If Craig is able to get on, we will see Cam Burton one final time, and that would conclude the 3rd trip around the order for the Aviators. Two the count still. Springer locking in, looking for out number 3. He will fire. Hit into center field, a good amount of carry. JT underneath it makes the play, and the Aviators will go in order. West Branch defensively holds up from the pressure of Alliance, and now it's their bats' turn to get going. Alliance 1, West Branch 0 your score. The Aviators 3 outs away from sealing the win. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports. Well, here it is, the nitty-gritty, bottom of the 7th inning in Beloit. Alliance of 1-0 on West Branch. Skofinski, Porball, and White do up this frame. First pitch fouled away by Skofinski. 0-1 the count. It is still D'Angelo Fisk on the mound looking for a complete game shutout for Alliance. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Up high, count even. Skofinski to date over 2 with 2 groundouts to his name. The first to D'Lo on the mound, and the second to Cam Burton at second. The 1-1 will go just off the plate from D'Lo. Now 2-1, a hitter's count for 2-2 in the box. Fisk wasting no time, and it will be hit foul to the left side. Actually, no, they say it's in play. It looked initially they ruled it dead, but Reese is able to chuck it across for out number 1. Alliance 2 outs away from sealing the win. Porball trying to channel his inner Fetty, steps in. And it's funny, Fetty Wap, he kind of was known 10 years ago, but in the meme culture of 2025, he has made a comeback and now is, I would say he's in the charts for rap now, somehow in some way. I digress. First pitch to Porball is inside, 1-0 the count. I wouldn't be surprised to see a pinch hit effort potentially. Like he is warming up, so we will see. Count now 1-1. No Molinix in the lineup. I haven't seen him today, but if he is eligible to play, we could see him come in and pinch hit. Here is the 1-1. Dips low, now 2-1. Assuming that he is not in, I assume that means he is inactive today, but that was never confirmed. So we don't know. The 2-1, in there, 2-2, up and in. A good offering from D'Angelo Fisk. You could say the way that he is cruising right now, he is not wasting any time. Fisk in place, the 2-2, chopped left side, Reese will charge, he bobbles it, and Porball is in at first. He will reach on the error, and Carson White will step in, potentially small ball on his mind. And now the chess match begins. Say this is a bunt, 2 outs. Do you intentionally walk Perry again? I think you have to. But that's still risky because now the winning run would be on the base path. It's a lose-lose if you have a runner in scoring position after this at-bat. But 0-1 the count on White as he cuts and misses down low. Carson 0 for 2 on the day, but a great defensive outing. Fisk, he is set, ready to go. He fires. Thought about it, but leaves it. Count even. A conservative lead over at first for Porball. He knows what Bo Davis can do. Retiring 2 Warriors, stealing so far today. Chop left side, this could do it. Reese to second. Burton 2-1. Not in time. The slide head first from White is just enough to get in there. But now 2 outs. The Aviators can sound their final countdown. And potentially nobody better for West Branch to step in. It is Anthony Perry, and I think they will let him hit. If there is anybody who can get White home, it is Anthony Perry. He started the state championship game against Baden this past June. He knows what it takes to win. Can he do it again? D'Angelo trying to seal the win, and he will call time before offering to Perry. If Perry gets on, it goes to Maddox Coleman. Pressure time in Beloit. First pitch, it's into left center field. It is down for a base hit. They will send the runner to third. The throw is not in time, and taking second is Perry. So now the winning run is in scoring position, courtesy of Anthony Perry. Wow, what a hit by AP.
Maddox Coleman.
And now everything falls on Maddox Coleman. Beautiful gapper from Perry. It will go down as a single and advancement on the throw to three. A gapper and West Branch would win. The Warriors 90 feet away from tying the ball game up. But it's a first pitch strike from Fisk. 0-1 the count on Coleman. 0 for 3 on the day. 3 pop-outs. Talk about pressure. Can the Aviators hang on? Here is the 0-1. Swing and a miss, now 0-2. D'Angelo, 1 strike away from a complete game shutout and a 1-0 win. Can D'Lo do it? No balls, 2 strikes. Coleman, the pitch, upstairs. Coleman, I can't imagine what's going through his mind right now. 1-2. Hero or a loss. It's tough, but that's the nature of this. The 1-2, swing and a miss. D'Lo books it, and the Aviators take down West Branch 1-0. A gritty battle, but D'Angelo Fisk hangs on and seals a win for A-Town. The Aviators once again sweep West Branch. What a pitch. What a way to end. I think it goes without saying, your player of the game with 5 strikeouts and a complete game shutout, it's D'Angelo Fisk. What a game for D'Lo on the mound. Total of 5 hits allowed, but didn't allow a single run. Props to D'Lo. He was elite today. We will be back on tomorrow at Marlington. 5 p.m. first pitch in a softball battle between the Dukes and the Carrollton Warriors. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest2024 on Twitter. As well, subscribe to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. Our goal is to hit 3,500 subscribers, by the end of this calendar year. So, if you are new, go down below and subscribe. It costs nothing, and it greatly helps out our efforts here at SmeeSports. Finally, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Stark County or Cleveland area, contact me at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. But with that, that will do it from Beloit, Ohio at West Branch High School. Alliance 1, West Branch 0, your score. I've been Nathan Smee saying so long from Beloit, Ohio, and we will see you tomorrow at Marlington High School. This has been OHSAA Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Have a good day, everyone, and we will see you once again at 5 p.m. tomorrow.